Hey, what's going on, everybody? All right, so for today's vlog, we're going to be reviewing the market update numbers for Durham region as of March 2018. Now, please keep in mind, as always, these are the averaged out numbers for all of Durham region. The numbers will fluctuate from city to city, so if you're interested in finding out what your property's worth or what the numbers are for your particular city, never ever hesitate to reach out to us. And having said that, let's jump right into it. So I'm sure you've all been reading online, you know, people are talking about the fact that the market's crashing and all these horrible things are happening. Sales are down, property values are down, and most of it is pretty much clickbait. All right, because when you look at it on a monthly perspective or a year-over-year perspective, yes, we are down. However, I'm going to explain to you what the situation has, what's been going on, and we're still technically in a very strong seller's market. Now, new listings that have come on the market are down from a year ago. So we've actually got less new listings coming on the market than we had 12 months ago in a very tight market. However, when you include the number of stagnating listings that have not sold, we're up in listings by 12% from March 2017. Now this is significant because we were complaining about how we didn't have enough inventory a year ago. All right, so what's actually happening is the buyers aren't the ones pulling the trigger because the number of sales that's taking place in Durham region is down 37% from 12 months ago, which is understandable because we've been in such a fluctuation. Things are shifting. Buyers don't know what's happening, so they're kind of taking a step back to see how the market plays out. However, the average sales price is down 14% from a year ago. Now that's fairly significant. However, when you also take into consideration the fact that last March was the absolute peak, things went crazy. Property values jumped up over 70,000 within 2 months last year because the market got so hot. That was never healthy. We would expect a correction. Nobody knew when, but when property values are going up that quickly, you know something's going to change. All right, real estate, as I always tell you guys, is a stable asset class. If it's going up over 10% in a couple months, something's going to swing back. And we've seen the pendulum kind of come back around. Now, when you actually look at it on a month-over-month basis, you're seeing the trend go up. So in January, our average sales price was $578. And last month we were a little bit higher, and now we're at $598. So we're starting to see that slow correction. Things are starting to creep back up. People always ask me, where do I see it going? Guys, I have no idea. We've got economists that work for the top 5 banks. They're very smart people, a lot more data available to them, and even they can't predict what's going on. I meet with a lot of realtors in this area. I was having lunch with another agent here, a very well-known guy, very smart. He was expecting the market to keep correcting. He thinks things are going to go even lower. I'm not in the same boat as him. I think that we were in a correction because we needed it, because whatever we saw increase over the last 12 months wasn't healthy, and we've seen that correction. However, now we're back to levels that we were prior to all that crazy stuff was going on. There's still no inventory, not only with resales, but also the fact that new properties are not being built at a quick enough pace. We've got so many people coming in from Toronto all the way to Durham over here because we're still so undervalued compared to Peel, York. So for Durham region, I do see property values slowly creeping back up. It's really important to keep your eye on the pulse of what's happening with the market to understand where you're going to price things. You never want your listing to stagnate, and obviously with the numbers I'm showing you guys, properties are sitting on the market if they're not priced well, if they're not being competitive. Buyers just aren't pulling the trigger on something that they're not feeling motivated enough. Saw a listing yesterday, went on 5 offers. Then you got another listing that you would expect it to sell, and it's just been stagnating for 2-3 weeks. Now, the average days on market is still under 20 days, which is still pretty tight. We got 18 days on market in Durham region. That's really tight. January, our days on market was 30. So we're noticing that tightening up. Our months of inventory, we're at 2 months of inventory. That is still a seller's market. We got so spoiled over the last year that everything was just selling. No matter what you listed was just going. That people are like, oh my God, the market's crashing. It's not. It's still a fairly healthy market. It's a correction. It's understandable. We were expecting it. But for the people who are kind of sitting on the sidelines saying, I want to wait until prices come down even more, we've seen the prices steadily increase over the last 5 months. I think we've already met the floor. We met the bottom. You've kind of seen a price point where things haven't gone much lower. We got flooded with inventory at a certain point, and prices still didn't go any lower. So my money's on the fact that I think we're going to slowly start creeping back up. I don't think we're going to see the craziness. You could, but you never know. I'll be keeping a close eye on it and keeping you posted. As always, guys, if you have any questions, please never hesitate to let us know. That's exactly what we're here for. And if you're interested to get your own market evaluation for your home, it's free, no obligation. Contact us. And for those of you who are enjoying the content we're putting out there, if you'd like to be on our newsletter list, I'll put the link bottom as well. Feel free to join us and we'll send you a monthly newsletter. All right, thanks so much for watching and hope you all have a good one.